Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, LLC, offers more value than any other good full-service real estate brokerage firm when it comes to the sale of your home. We offer at least 27 things that contribute to your home selling in the least amount of time at the highest price. To receive our free home selling pamphlet, email us at info@brooksanddavis.com or call 713-665-8329. We also assist people who want to purchase homes or who are interested in getting their real estate license. Visit us at www.brooksanddavis.com.
Welcome to the Prime Real Estate Network. I'm your host, Rick Davis. If you don't follow me on social media, I urge you to do so. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Prime Real Estate Rick. I also urge everyone, if you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate anywhere in the state of Texas, I urge you all to stop by our website at brooksanddavis.com. Thank you once again for tuning in to the Prime Real Estate Network. Today's episode is entitled #Go with Gail. If you have any friends, any family, any coworkers who have never tuned into the Prime Real Estate Network, tag them, text them, and let them know, because this episode is for all those aspiring entrepreneurs, all those go-getters who've been on the sideline and been apprehensive about getting involved in the game of real estate. I think the information that you're going to hear about today will motivate you to do so. But without any further ado, I'd like to introduce my co-host. He's not only a multiple-time author, but he's also a serial entrepreneur and a Texas real estate broker. He is the Texas Real Estate King, and he's also our co-host, Mr. Larry W. Brooks.
Rick. Hey, guys, it's a pleasure to be in front of you again today. I do appreciate you tuning in every week. Those of you that get a chance to see us live, you see I'm rocking my my red for Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day to everyone out there. Enjoy yourselves. Don't get caught up in spending too much money. You know how that is. So you can also follow me on all your social media platforms, Texas Real Estate King. You can also go to my website, larrywbrooks.com. And it's a pleasure to be here today, Rick, because one of our guests in December was featured in a magazine called Houston Real Producers, along with myself and several other people. But after being featured in that magazine, we had a chance to visit with each other and just exchange some of the things that she has an 11-year-old son. I have a 12-year-old, so we talked about the boys a little bit, and wow, just you know how relationships grow. So just having her on the show today, I'm excited about that, and so I'm excited about the things that she's going to be sharing with us too.
I mean, I'll be forever indebted to our guest for carving out some time in her busy schedule on Valentine's
Day, right? Hey.
And, you know, when I saw that Valentine's Day coincided with our usual Thursday taping, yeah, I thought to myself, there is no way we're going to be able to find a guest on Valentine's Day.
Right.
So without any further ado, from that standpoint, I would like to introduce to the Prime Real Estate Network audience, not only is she a very successful, high-producing realtor, but she is the team leader of the Medina Group over at Intero Real Estate Services. She is the founder of a hashtag that is so popular on social media that I urge everyone to search it now on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, and that hashtag is Go With Gail. Mm-hmm. So I want to welcome to the Prime Real Estate Network podcast, Ms. Gail Medina.
Thank you.
The applause.
Happy Valentine's Day to both of you two. Thank you for having me here.
Thank
it's
you.
an honor to sit here with y'all.
Now,
appreciate that.
No, it's so funny. Should I call you Gail, Ms. Medina, or should we just go with Gail for the rest of this episode?
You could do Gail. You could do a combination of Gail and go with Gail. Yeah.
No, because it's funny. I did, of course, every time we have a guest, I do my due diligence and research on the guest so I can find out a little bit about their background, where they're from. And upon Googling Gail Medina, the first few things that popped up all had to do with your hashtag. So it's going to get to the point where I think you're going to be a lot more well-known for your hashtag than you will for your first and last name.
Exactly.
So I just would like to ask you, how has it been as far as establishing your brand? And how has it been since your hashtag has gotten a little bit of a foundation and it's starting to be followed more on social media?
It was slow in the beginning. You had to find something that really stuck with you and that resonated with the, social media. So I started with a couple of hashtags. Go with Gail's the one that stuck, and I've just been using it. Someone else was actually using it,
wow.
but I just said if I just, over inundate social media with it, then I'll be the one to kind of take over the hashtag. So it's actually taken about 4 years to really establish it. But now it's where you could just Google hashtag Go with Gail anywhere on social media, and then you'll find me.
Because what I also thought was really unique is that you also not only push that hashtag and brand on social media, but you've also have put it on hats, T-shirts, all kind of swag that you might distribute. Since you started marketing the hashtag in that fashion, how have you seen it actually add to your business or kind of help you get more at one with the community at large?
So my friends, when they see me, they always know Go with Gail. They joke, but even in joking, they still, recognize the brand. My clients do as well, and it's just easier to let my clients and the community know that it's what I do as far as real estate, but I also am a business partner. I also help within the community, and there's so many different roles that I still take on. That I'm there for everything. You just go with Gail.
And the thing about it that I also think is outstanding is because, like, for instance, on your Instagram profile, it shows how well-rounded as a business professional you are as far as community outreach, family, professional, and all that being encapsulated within the hashtag. I think a lot of times when people first meet you, it gives them somewhere to go as a basis to find out not just about you as a realtor.
Correct.
But, sometimes clients want to know a bit more about who they'll be dealing with from a business perspective.
And clients look it up. I've gone on appointments and they'll tell me about me. Like, I looked you up, I did my research. I'm like, okay, well, it's good that I've updated my stuff and,
How long have you been running with that hashtag professionally, and what were some challenges that you ran into at the beginning as far as establishing your brand and getting started in real estate?
Well, in the beginning, there's so much competition. Everybody has their brand, and everybody's pushing it, and everybody looks like they're doing really well. And so with me, I felt like I was a newbie.
Right.
What do I know? So, like I said, I did like hashtag sell with Gail. I did, hashtag go with Gail. I had a few hashtags. And to me, I just believed, regardless in whatever social media platform you're in, you're going to use hashtags. So it wasn't so much about my brand so much as about how to find me. I wanted people to be able to find me easily. And so the hashtag is where I figured if I can start using that, then people could find me easily no matter where they're at. So I would say it took maybe a good solid 3 years of me using that, and then it's definitely caught on to where even, realtors in other states, in Oakland, in New York, they'll, message me and they'll say they love the shirt, they love, the hashtag, and they said it's a really great marketing brand.
So for those potential clients and potential customers out there in the market currently, when they decide to go with Gail, what is it that they'll be receiving from a services standpoint? What sets you apart from other agents in the market currently?
Well, I would definitely say it's not just myself. I'm the listing agent and I am the team leader, but I have my mom as my buyer's
that's
agent.
Nice.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Trusting.
Yeah. Absolutely.
She's a beast when it comes to new home construction. So all my clients know, and they even call me. So what I'll do sometimes is I'll list my client's home and they're buying a new construction, so then my mom works with them simultaneously in buying.
Oh, that's perfect.
And then they'll come to me afterwards and they'll say, your mom was phenomenal negotiating with the new construction. So she's really good. Yeah. I've seen her in action. She does phenomenal with it. She's negotiated my new home construction for me.
Wow.
That's how good she is. So definitely my mom is plus. Me, I'm very active, so I have a lot of energy, so I can be everywhere at once. And then I also am very assertive when it comes to negotiating. And to me, it's my client, the bottom line is how much money I can save them. So whatever their goal is. If their goal is to move in a certain time period, to get a larger home, to get a smaller home, no matter what, their bottom line is always going to be saving money. So
Absolutely.
I'm very considerate of their pocketbook and always trying to fight for saving as much money for them as possible. So I do negotiate very assertively, but at the same time, I'm not trying to break any deals. We're still trying to build a transaction where both sides are, you know, going along and making it to the closing table.
I'm glad that you highlighted your negotiation expertise, because Larry and I discuss a lot about how important having a professional agent representing you is when it comes down to the negotiation.
That's right.
So many consumers, they underestimate the value, or they devalue how important professional negotiating expertise can be to the bottom line and money in their pocket. When you reach out to someone who might think that they can list their home themselves or for sale by owner, what type of things do you discuss with them to get them to go with Gail?
You know, some of the questions I ask them is, you know, what's most important to them? Is it the amount of money they save going with or not going with an agent, or the amount of money they net at closing? Because if you think you're going to save money by listing it yourself, then you're really losing out on the bigger picture, which is how much more money you can make listing with an agent and netting more money at closing. So I do tell the for sale by owners, and that's where a lot of my initial business came from. And I still do a lot of for sale by owners as well, just so that they understand where some of their misconceptions are. In regards to that. Sometimes it gets down to the bottom line. Do you want me negotiating for you or against you? Like, which side do you want me on?
Oh, wow, that's interesting. That's a great way to introduce
and
the concept.
I've tried to work with some for sale by owners when I've had buyers who are just wanting this house. I'm like, okay, let's try it. And it never does end up closing, because there's so much liability, and there's certain things I can't tell them. And even title companies, there's certain things they don't want to have to tell them. And
that's correct.
It ends up falling apart. Yeah. So it's always best to be represented. And then who's going to represent you? Is it going to be someone who will look out for your best interest in the money you're saving, or is it someone that's just going to, you know, push the papers along?
And, you know, one of the things that I find impressive, because we talked about it, is that you are one of those realtors that are comfortable actually going at the for sale by owners, because even when I go through my training process with our agents, everyone is in fear because they feel like, oh well, they want to sell it themselves, they just don't want to pay the commission, whatever. But I think that because you and I discussed one of your situations where you just stay consistent with this person, and then when one person didn't follow through with what they were supposed to do, the person ended up calling you back. But I think that that's a special talent. That's a special thing when it comes to sales. Absolutely. Just being bold. I like to say bold to just stay consistent with that. So going at the sale by owners, I commend you on that.
I appreciate that. It is scary, and I kind of understand how people would be scared. But to me, I'm just thinking, what can you lose?
That's right.
They don't know you. You don't know them. If anything, you're going to gain a fan.
That's right.
Once you close.
That's right.
And they realize that they really couldn't have done it by themselves. Because some of them that think they could, once they list with me, they find out there are so many other things once you get to title.
That's
and
right.
That
no, because
happening.
it's about educating the people. Sometimes people make bad decisions from a business perspective because they simply just don't know.
Yep.
Which this leads me to want to ask you, what did you do before real estate?
I was in education for about 12, 13 years.
Oh, so you okay? Now
and
everything makes sense.
HISD, Houston ISD.
Oh, wow! Okay.
Shout out.
So you're a former educator who used those skills that you developed in the classroom to transition to building your own business, your own brand, and using that to be successful in real estate.
Correct. Because it was in middle school, so middle school is even worse. I mean, imagine controlling a classroom of middle school students and teaching them. I was a history teacher, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade history for about 5-6 years, and then I became an administrator for about 5 or 6 years. Yeah. So then I started suspending kids, and parents started getting upset with me. But it was really having to try to work together.
Now, this is an absolute curveball, because I did not know we had a professional
Yeah.
educator in our midst today.
Yep.
But that's even sweeter though when you really think about it,
Right.
because as when we're dealing with consumers, one of the things that consumers want to be educated nowadays when they go through the process. So for you to have, it's almost like a secret skill set to be able to really break things down into quote unquote layman's term for consumers to understand the type of business that we do. So
Exactly.
that's a secret superpower that you have there.
Keep it simple. I mean, that's how they used to tell us in education. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
So then in real estate, keep it simple.
Makes
We
sense.
know it's not always simple.
Yeah.
They don't need to know that. Just keep it simple. This needs to be a good experience for them.
Mm-hmm.
No, because I want to continue this conversation, because when we come back from our break, I want you to, if you wouldn't mind sharing with our group a little bit about the transition from the classroom to the boardroom.
Mm-hmm.
The transition from professional educator to entrepreneur, businesswoman, and business owner.
And being a mom while doing that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. So please, if you wouldn't mind sharing,
Definitely.
I would love to do that after the break. Stay tuned to the Prime Real Estate Network. We're going to take a short break to hear from our sponsor, and we'll be right back. This is Rick Davis, realtor and host of the Prime Real Estate Network. Are you currently leasing or looking to relocate to the Houston area, and you find yourself falling in love with the home but aren't quite in a position to purchase? Well, no worries. We offer the Right to Purchase program. We can place you in the home of your dreams at current market rental rates and give you up to 3 years to buy. Did you know that a majority of the homes that are for sale offer better quality than those that are for rent? So why wait? Don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. Let me and my team help you purchase a home that you and your family can fall in love with. Give me a call today at 832-928-3963. And remember to follow the Prime Real Estate Network podcast on YouTube, Facebook, iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Be blessed. Welcome back to the Prime Real Estate Network. I'm your host, Rick Davis. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Prime Real Estate Rick. I'm here with our co-host, Mr. Larry W. Brooks, and I'm also here with my guest this week, Ms. Gail Medina of the Medina Group with Intero Real Estate Services.
Go with Gail.
Go with Gail is our hashtag. Thank you and welcome back. Ms. Gail, before we took a break in the first segment, we were talking a little bit about your brand, your business, your hashtag, and right at the end, you slipped in a juicy nugget that you used to be a professional educator and administrator in the Houston Independent School District. So what I would like for you to expound upon, if you wouldn't mind, is how you use those skills you developed in the classroom, how they serve you in a real estate capacity, and how you made that transition, because there are quite a few professional educators who watch our podcast and listen to us on a weekly basis. So if you wouldn't mind sharing a little bit, I think that would be great.
Definitely. So in education, especially middle school education, you got to develop a thick skin real quick. It's not personal. These are adolescent children, and your goal is to educate them and to keep it simple. So I believe the thick skin that I gain in education has definitely helped me in real estate, because you have to really have thick skin in real estate too. You cannot let things get to you, because it can if you let it.
That's right.
So I definitely do say, if you can get through HISD teaching for 6 years, you can do anything. You can have the thick skin for anything. A lot of teachers only last a year or two, especially in inner city schools. So to last longer than that, it just speaks that you can have the perseverance. And in real estate, you need that perseverance as well.
Oh, absolutely, because with marketing and promotion and putting yourself out there and hunting down business, there's going to be some no's as opposed to some yeses. And that thick skin you develop in the classroom, I'm sure some of the things you hear from sellers and buyers are kind of like water off a duck's back.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, who helped you with that transition? Who was your motivator, a mentor, an inspiration? What? Because it seems like a daunting transition for people with a team, but someone like yourself that might have been a single parent at the time, or someone who might not have had a professional mentor, what helped give you that nudge to motivate you?
I I motivated myself.
Okay.
I just wanted something different.
Yeah.
And at the time, I felt I had a house I wanted to sell. Let me get into real estate, sell it, help some family members, and then I can go into another school district. So I had just wanted something different. I'd been doing it for 12, 13 years. Maybe it was a midlife crisis. I don't know. But I just had that itch to do something different. So I got into it not thinking it was going to be long term, but still trying to see how long and how successful I could be in it. So when I got into it, I sold my cousin's lot was my first listing. My house was my second listing. And after that, it just kind of dried up. I didn't know what else to do. I started calling for sale by owners, but they don't necessarily transition to clients quickly. It's hard. It takes a while to convert them.
That's right. It's real consistent. You have to be consistent with those guys. Yeah.
So while I was trying to get them converted, I really had no business. And my parents thought it was the most irresponsible choice for me to do that. Salary job where I had, you know, my 401k, I had my health insurance, to now go by myself, not a steady job. So they had even an intervention call. My sister and my mom called me to try to talk me out of it because they thought I was going crazy. And for a minute there, I thought maybe I was. I was 35, sold my house. So I'm living at my parents. Got in a car accident, so I'm driving my mom's car. So I'm a 35-year-old woman getting outside of education, raising my son in my parents' house, not making really any money. So I kind of felt like a loser too. But for some reason, I still had it in my head. I had the dream in my head. I had the vision in my head. And I know my parents and my family were speaking out of concern. And I think a lot of times it's not that they don't have faith in you. I think people who really care about you, they just have a fear that they want to keep you from failure.
Something,
from hurt. And so they saw that I was failing and I was hurting, and they wanted to save me from that. But what they didn't realize is I had a goal, and they know what my goal was. I wrote it on Post-its all over my house. My first listing was going to be $1 million. First listing, $1 million. My dad used to come over and laugh. He said, "Ha ha ha! Your first listing, $1 million. You should be happy to get something for $100,000." But sure enough, my third listing ended up being $1.6 million.
And I wanted, because you know it's funny, in our last segment you shared that a part of your mother's a part of your team now.
Now she's a part of my team. So the tables have turned. My mom says to this day, she says, "Gail, I'm so sorry. I didn't have the confidence in you." She says, "But thank you for not listening to me."
How gratifying is that though? Sometimes, like, you know, in business we all sometimes, maybe it's in traffic or maybe it's when we pull into the driveway at home, we all take maybe 90 seconds before we get out the car. And how gratifying is it for you, just like on a random Wednesday, after a long day, that you've actually transitioned from the classroom, built your own business, and has a successful enough business where you can employ your own mother?
Yeah.
And help her fulfill her professional goals and dreams, because I'm sure there were some things that she's doing now that she might not have envisioned for herself.
Yeah, we have our first flipped home, so where they bought their home, they flipped it, and now they have it listed. So they're definitely taking advantage of the platform they have now. But I would say it still seems unreal. It still seems, you know, it's been 4 years, but it seems like it was just maybe last month or a couple months ago that I started. My goal was to be as successful as I can be. Now my goal is for my parents to be as successful as they can be too, and for us to grow as a business, as a family business, and to assist our clients in taking care of them and their money. And but it does seem unbelievable at times. I would say I think my second year into it, I was able to take both my parents and my son to Disneyland. I paid for the trip, paid for our hotel stay at the resort at Disneyland, and then paid for our flight. And that's when it kind of started becoming real. Like, I'm paying for, and I think that's when they started realizing, I think she's kind of good at this. I think we need to stop hounding her about stopping, and we may need to help her. And that's when they started helping me, and that's when I said, "Mom, I really need your help."
And
I'll pay for you to go to real estate school if you become my buyer's agent. So I paid for her schooling.
Wow.
That's outstanding. I mean, it's always great to change the lives of the ones you love.
Yeah.
It's always, I mean, of course we all make, profound profound differences in the lives of our clients. But whenever you're able to bring that home and take care of your own loved ones, I'm sure it's gratifying on just an exponential scale.
It is. And I remember growing up, my parents used to always promise me that they were going to take me to Disneyland. And then my sister came along and they said, well, when your sister gets older, we'll take y'all. And then my brother came along and they said, well, when your brother gets older, then we'll go. By that time, I never did go. So this was like, okay, you didn't take me to Disneyland, but I'm going to take you. I'm going to take you, Mom and Dad, and my son to Disneyland for your Christmas present. And just to show, even though they may not have had faith in me in the beginning of this transition, like I said, I know where it came from. It wasn't from a bad place. It was from a good place. But they've done so much for me. And so I just wanted to pay that back and show them the gratitude that I have.
And you know, the beauty of Disneyland, in Disneyland, Disney World, all of them, this is the thing that always stands out. Because you know at the end of every Super Bowl, that's the first thing that the winning or the MVP guy says is, I'm going to Disneyland. So I remember before I ever went before, and I had kind of was like you, waited until I had to wait till I became successful and became an adult, then I actually went. But it's just one of those things that almost stands out as I've accomplished something big when you decide to go to Disneyland. Because the Super Bowl, the first thing they say, I'm going to Disneyland. So it's always been something that that has stood out to me as something that you do once you've accomplished something very big. So that's what I'm talking about.
Thank you. And that I was able to take my parents. That was really meaningful to me too. And they loved it.
And you know, I want to make sure everyone who's listening and watching us today has all your contact info. Could you just let everyone know how they can reach out to you and how they can contact you directly?
Definitely social media. Hashtag Go With Gail. You can message me on Instant Messenger from Facebook or DM me on Instagram. You can email me. It's just Gail, Gail, at interohouston.com. And I think they'll put my number up too. So. Okay,
I want to thank you for coming in today, but don't go anywhere. Stick with us because we're going to take one last break, and then we're going to come back, and Mr. Brooks has his Real Estate Mythbuster of the Week and our first-time buyer spotlight. So please stay paused. Hey, everyone, we're going to take one quick break, and we'll be right back to the Prime Real Estate Network. This is Rick Davis, realtor and host of the Prime Real Estate Network. Are you currently leasing or looking to relocate to the Houston area and you find yourself falling in love with the home but aren't quite in a position to purchase? Well, no worries. We offer the Right to Purchase program. We can place you in the home of your dreams at current market rental rates and give you up to 3 years to buy. Did you know that a majority of the homes that are for sale offer better quality than those that are for rent? So why wait? Don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. Let me and my team help you purchase a home that you and your family can fall in love with. Give me a call today at 832-928-3963. And remember to follow the Prime Real Estate Network podcast on YouTube, Facebook, iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Be blessed. Welcome back to the Prime Real Estate Network. I'm your host, Rick Davis. I'm here with the co-host, Mr. Larry W. Brooks, and our guest, Ms. Gail Medina. I want to remind everyone about our first-time buyer spotlight. It's an humble area home, single story, 3-bedroom, approximately 1,600 square feet. It's currently selling for $155,000, but for our Prime Real Estate Network audience, this home is a pre-listing, meaning it is not publicly listed on MLS currently. Contact us directly, and we'll set up a time for you to schedule a tour. Humble area home, 3-bedroom, single story, first-time buyer spotlight. Now I want to get to Mr. Larry Brooks. Mr. Brooks, is there anything that you would like to share with our viewers and listeners as far as Brooks and Davis or anything that you have coming up soon?
So this weekend, if you've been thinking about purchasing a home and you're 6 months out, you're 9 months out, whatever that looks like, we're hosting a home buyers workshop at the office this weekend. Shoot me a text, 281-924-4954. I'll RSVP you. It's for Saturday at 12:30. Again, it's real simple, something real quick, just to answer your questions, get you the knowledge, get you in contact with several lenders that we've worked with, just so that you can get the process started. So again, 281-924-4954. Send me a text and I'll get your RSVP.
And for all the people that's like, oh, but Larry, I'm not quite ready. It's a little too soon. We're 6 months out.
No such thing. You could be 12 months out. It's better to put the plan in place right now, and so you have an idea of what that vision looks like. Let's go.
Absolutely. I urge everyone, please come out to this seminar this Saturday. Invaluable information, and you'll be in contact with true real estate professionals that can make your dreams of home ownership come true. On behalf of our guests, Miss Gail Medina with the Medina team, hashtag Go With Gail. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And the serial entrepreneur, two-time author, and Texas real estate king, Mr. Larry W. Brooks. I'm Rick Davis, and I thank everyone for tuning into the Prime Real Estate Network. And I'll see you all next week. Thanks again.
Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm, LLC is marketing a property for sale right now that you can buy. These properties range from land lots for under $20,000 to move-in ready homes $500,000 and more, along with everything in between. To see this week's list of properties for sale you can buy now, go to bit.ly/BDREF weekly list. That's bit.ly/BDREF weekly list. If you plan on selling some real estate and you need it on the weekly list, call 713-665-8329 to speak with someone about it.